Well, Facebook has been sort of on the downsides of everybody's attitudes. In other words, as a business, it's been viewed mainly through the prism of its blown IPO. But really, when I started digging into this company, what I started finding was, as a business, it makes an enormous amount of sense. And it's been figuring out how to micro-target audiences. It's been figuring out how to interact with other websites. It's been figuring out how to get on mobile. And getting on mobile is sort of the keys to the kingdom of internet marketing. And Facebook's really the only company that has figured out a way to do it. And all of these things have emerged largely since the IPO. And it's just been escaping people's attention.
Kurt, can you be more specific? What did Mark Zuckerberg say that gave you a better sense of what his plans in mobile are? Because we've been hearing about this plan to monetize for mobile for a long time.
Well, it wasn't so much what his plans for mobile are. It was much more of what they've already done. Because, in the time leading up to the IPO in June, they were still working on it. And starting around July, what they had figured out was how to target ads within what's called the news feed. And that is what people see when they when they open up Facebook on their mobiles. So people are already getting mobile ads. And it's ended up now being about 14% of Facebook's business in 2012 after just 6 months. And so what you're going to see is a great expansion of that going into the next year when you have 12 months of it playing out.
Kurt, if Facebook's going to do any better than, say, Google with mobile advertising or Yahoo with, monetizing the advertising and marketing business, it's going to have to be able to measure effectively the level of user engagement. People, it's widely believed that people spend more time on Facebook, and those who love it do. But as you're well aware, there are surveys suggesting that many of Facebook's users plan to spend less time on Facebook because they think it's a waste of time. Doesn't that present a bit of a conundrum for Facebook?
Not really, because one of the things that's problematic with those polls is you're basically asking people, what are you going to do next year? And you've had these kinds of polls in the past, and they're just simply unreliable. It's sort of like saying, well, I'm going to make my, New Year's resolution. People just don't seem to be keeping it. Plus, when you expand into mobile, you've got an entirely new network of people who are coming in. And when those people come in, if 10 people cut back on their time and 40 people come in, you've really got an offset here that somebody cutting back on time doesn't matter.
Right.
The end point though here is that this company, I'm not somebody who often writes positive stories. It's sort of an awkward position for me to be in, positive stories about businesses. But Facebook really has found a model that makes a lot of sense. Last year, I was saying Facebook's model didn't make sense.
So your conversations with folks there changed your mind quite a bit. What surprised you most about Mark Zuckerberg?
How young he is. I mean, you sort of hear about it, and nothing out there will make you feel older than sitting down with Mark Zuckerberg. But he's also extremely energetic, clearly has a vision for this company, and really sort of dismisses the people who don't get it, who don't see that the changes are already happening. And so, the people at the company love him. The company is a very relaxed environment. And that's, it's an interesting place to work.